right, we're back for another episode on the Weight Loss for Women 40 Plus podcast with Josh. Let's get cracking. All right, so in this episode, we're going to go over a recent call I did with one of our ladies. Actually, it was before she became a client. So I literally just talked to her. She's inquiring about the program. And then she's like, yep, I'm in. Let's rock and roll. Let's get started. Booked her in for orientation for tomorrow. So this is a pretty typical, I guess, type of person that we work with every single day. So yes, all of our clients are over the age of 40. Yes, they're all female, but that is where the similarities tend to stop. Yes, some people are the same age. They've got the same kind of weight loss goal they want to achieve, but their lifestyles are very different. So one of the most common things that I hear people struggling with before they become clients of ours is that their body has changed and they haven't really adapted with the changes. So for example, what you do at 55 years old or 45 years old is going to be a little bit different to what you do when you're 25 years old. Like, would you agree with me that the body changes over time? Men kind of get away with it a little bit more. Your partner, your work colleague, your brother, your mate, they want to lose weight. They drop 5 kilograms just from cutting out a bit of alcohol and moving more. It's bullshit. But let me tell you why it is easier for men to lose weight. The reason why is because men have much higher testosterone, higher levels of lean muscle mass, like amounts of lean muscle in their body, which then equals a greater metabolism. So unfortunately, women have different hormonal profiles to us blokes. You guys don't carry as much muscle mass as us, so like strength and size of muscle. So what happens is your metabolism isn't going to be functioning the same. It's kind of like comparing a normal campfire with a bonfire. Like, the bonfire is bigger, there's more heat, there's more output because it's burning more. That's like the muscle difference between men and women, unless you're a fucking Amazonian he-woman. But that's not the ladies that we talk to. So men can generally lose weight quicker and a little bit easier on that fact alone. So what I find is a lot of ladies that we work with, some of them are doing strength training, but most of them aren't. Like, most ladies are like, look, I'm eating healthy, I'm trying to cut out my snacks, what else are they trying to do? They're doing some walks, they walk the dog, they might be moderately active with their work, but sometimes there's no resistance training in there. And the fallacy is, and this is, you can trick yourself, you're like, look, man, if it's just not working what I did in my 20s. Like, in my 20s, I didn't have to do the gym, I didn't have to track my food, I didn't have to like do any of these things that now I have to do in my 40s and 50s. But that is because you had a more efficient metabolism back then. Like, if you take your fucking average 21-year-old, they got the metabolism of a raging bull. They can do anything and get away with it. But when your muscle mass decreases over time, your metabolic rate drops, the flexibility that you have or had in your 20s and 30s is not going to be as flexible when you get into your 40s and 50s. So at some point, the body is just going to have some changes happen to it. Resistance training is going to be one of them. Increasing your protein, having a focus on actually getting good quality sleep, because we need to make sure the body is recovering enough to produce what we need to produce in a day. So this lady I was talking to, she's like, look, I'm eating healthy. She needs to lose 20 kilograms. She's just turned 51. She's working like a dog. Like, her work is stressful. She literally does big days. She's running a practice. We've got domestic and international employees. It's crazy. And I said to her, I was like, okay. I said, why is now the time to do it? Like, you have 100 reasons not to do this. And she's like, I actually have 1,000. She's like, actually, I've got 1,000 reasons not to do it. I'm like, exactly. You have 1,000 reasons not to do this. We're coming into Christmas, your work's stressful, it's crazy, we've got kids, you've got work, you've got a partner. Why do this now? And she said to me, stone cold, she said, if I don't do it now, I will never do it. Because she understands what we understand. It only gets harder. Yes, she's got 20 kilograms to lose. But what if in 12 months' time that turns into 24 kilos? What if when she hits 55, she's got 30 kilograms to lose? What if she hits 60 and she's got 33 kilos to lose? Ladies, what you just got to do it. Like there is no other way around this. It's going to require time, energy, a little bit of sacrifice, a bit of a change for the routine. But if you don't do it now, well, when are you going to do it? When you retire? When your kids move out of home? What if you're 60 years old by the time you finally get enough of a run at this that you want to start doing it? And this lady and I, we actually had a chat about that. She's like, the reason I need to do it now is because my dad went into a retirement home in early 60s. And she said, that is a fucking hellhole. She said, if I ever get that bad, I told my kids to throw me off a cliff. And I was like, all right. I said, so you've seen what it looks like. Because seriously, if you're going to go from 50 and just go, I'll just do it a little bit later in my late 50s, imagine right now the pains and aches you have intensifying. Imagine the motivation you have right now. If it's not that high, imagine that cut in half. Imagine the quality of life you would have if you let this thing run out. And no different to this lady. She literally said it. She's like, if I don't do it now, I've put it off. I've waited too many Christmases. I've had too many events. I've had too many stressful times. So if I don't do it now, it's not going to happen. And I said, okay. So now's the time to do it. Now's the time, regardless of how busy you are, you're going to make it work. She said, yes, I'm going to do it now and make it work. And this is no different to all of our clients. This is just a lady I talked to today and she signed up on the spot. Boom, let's roll. She's booked in to see her coach first thing in the morning. She's actually seeing her coach at 6:30 a.m. That's how dedicated she is. She's like, I'll get it done before work. I was like, all right, let's make it happen. So it's just one of those things, ladies. You're busy. You've got 100 plates spinning in the air. What's another 2 plates? You do things every single day that you don't want to do for other people. Kids, partner, the household, work, friends, family, animals. You are doing things every day that move the needle forward for other people. Why not just do one thing for you? 1 or 2 things for you? Because if you don't do it now, you're going to have to do it when things get harder. And the belief of it'll just, when I have more time, is the biggest bullshit lie that we tell ourselves, because nobody has extra time. You have a full schedule every week, but you still manage to fit in the appointments. You still manage to jam in last minute stuff that needs to get done regardless, because it's important to you. We cannot just wait. It's not going to happen like that. It just has to be jammed into your schedule like everybody else. Some of our clients are working 2 jobs, running a family, got kids, got soccer practice, and they're dropping 20 kilograms. It can be done. You just need the Busy Mum program, not the Single Girl program. And the Single Girl program is you've got to meal prep all your meals every day, on a Sunday for the whole week. You've got to do 6 hours of exercise. You've got to do cardio. You've got to do all this training. We don't have time for the Single Girl program. We need the Busy Mum program. And this is what the coaches create for our clients. All of our women, all of our 2,000 transformations are women over the age of 40. And they're crazy busy. They've got a lot going on in their life, but they want to lose weight. And they understood that they're not going to wait another 10, 20 years to make that happen. Most ladies I talk to have been dealing with their weight problems for a number of years. And sometimes you get numb to it. Sometimes you're just like, it's not getting any worse. I haven't put on any weight in the last couple of years. I'm like, are you willing to settle for that? Just being unhappy with your body, but you didn't gain any extra weight. Do you want average? Do you want a mediocre life? Do you want below average? Some people do. But for our ladies, they don't. They're coming to us to solve a problem, to feel good, and to live life on their terms. This lady right now, she's 51, she's turning 52 shortly. She's going to lose 20 kilograms. I know she will. She's in good hands. She's going to crush it. Absolutely do amazing. But for her, she wants to go to work wearing the clothes that make her feel proud. She feels good within herself. She chucks on the work clothes, looks nice, and she goes, man, I look fucking great. She wants to be able to live until her 60s and 70s and 80s and not be in a nursing home. She wants to be able to go to travel, have the freedom to have whatever life she wants to have. She wants to have the energy. These things are within your grasp. But if you don't know how to do it right now, and if you haven't lost the weight you want to see in the last 12 months, then the plan you're following is not working, or it's too strict for you to stick to. So if you're like, I need a little bit of coaching, then this is what we do. We run the VIP transformation program. Our ladies are absolutely crushing it with their coaches. So if you're like, look, I need some of that help because you've kind of identified in that lady some challenges that I'm going through right now. If you're a busy woman working over the age of 40 who needs to lose some weight, then reach out. Jump on Instagram, Josh Humphries. Reach out to us and go, hey, heard the podcast, need a little bit of help. Or you can jump onto the website, www.blissbodyu.com.au, fill out the application form halfway down the page, and we'll see if what we do could work for you. We can't help everybody. Nobody can. But the ladies that we do help are absolutely, absolutely crushing it. All right, ladies, go crush it. Go have an awesome one, and I'll see you in the next episode.